Okay, so this is actually the second Where There's a Will, There's a Widget Wednesday. It's been something I've been talking about doing for quite a long time, and this COVID thing has kind of given me the time to kind of focus on it, as well as some of the mastermind groups. I've been doing research for them, so it allows me to share this to more than just a mastermind group. So my premise has always been, if there's a problem, there's a widget out there. I've been in technology for over 40 years, and no matter what I want to do with the computers, there's somebody who invented something that will make it easier, more fun, quicker, all that stuff. So I've been a coder. So you start from writing code, that takes a long time, and then there's bugs and stuff. So I'd rather rely on somebody else developing it. So this is part of the Get Your Net in Gear series, and we're going to be talking about video today. So videos obviously, are worth a million words. If a picture's worth 1,000, a video is worth 1,000,000. And why is that? For those of you who aren't as familiar, some of you know this magic formula. I'm going to recap it really quick. I've been using this magic marketing formula for the last 20 years when I've had my business. And the good thing about video, it's really good about sending a message. It tells a story with words, picture, and video. So it can be a combination of all those, but it's a really effective way to get your message out there. Also, for your audience, it engages them and piques their interest. A lot of times videos are easier to watch than reading text or seeing a picture. So it helps engage them and keep them involved. I remember years ago, we did a video for a hotel out in the foothills, and the length of time people would watch was amazing to me. Some of you are not muted yet or unmuted yourself, so I'm getting a little background noise. So if you can double check, I'd appreciate that. So people will watch videos for a longer period of time than they might spend on your page reading text. Also, it grabs their attention, and it, again, keeps them to the end. What we want to do in business is be different than our competition. So if your competition isn't using video to their advantage, you might as well use video to your advantage, because that way you're one step ahead of them. Makes you look really good. With the other eye in the magic formula involves their emotions. Music, movement, energy is some of those things that grab us. So again, videos are really effective in doing that. And the last thing in the magic formula is the call to action. You can add a link at the end of the video, follow-up information, or even during the course of the presentation, ask them to do something. So again, video is really good about helping you manage the magic formula. So video options. Based on the purpose of the video, Jamie mentioned teaching art, and some of you, maybe like Barbara, may want to do demos on some Tupperware products. So depending on the purpose of the video, you can choose from several options. First of all, I'll call this the talking head. Pretty much it's just you on camera talking about stuff. That can get pretty boring. and it's hard for us individuals. I mean, you have to have a pretty good high caliber personality to do this. And I was thinking about this. This is why the big money goes to those people who anchor the national news. It takes a certain personality to command a video for 30 minutes. That's why they get the big bucks. And a lot of the local news stations, they have two people, because one, that adds a lot more energy. You can, kind of banter back and forth. So again, if you're not yet comfortable to talk on video yourself, you might think about engaging somebody else, whether it's a potential customer or maybe a partner or something like that, because that banter can create a different level of energy than just you talking. Another thing might be a slideshow. So this is a combination of slideshow and which is words, but also voiceover. So I'm explaining what you're seeing on the slide, but this is very helpful for details when maybe the concept you're sharing is a little bit more complex. Another option is a show and tell. So Jamie mentioned, doing art. So it might be her talking and explaining, but also actually doing what she wants to do. Same thing with Barbara. It might be, the show and tell kind of option. So depending on what you are trying to do, the purpose of the video, you can choose one or maybe more of these things. We're not going to go into detail, but I may pop this into the screen at the end. There's what I call the whiteboard video. So it's kind of like a slideshow where it demonstrates some complex information, but also it's like this hand drawing on a whiteboard, which is a lot more engaging than just a slideshow. I used a program called Video Scribe for several years. It got a little expensive and time consuming. There's one on Facebook I've seen called Doodly, which is a lot less expensive. So I may be exploring that, but we're not going to go into that whiteboard video at this demonstration. I just wanted to mention that as a potential option. Also storyboards. That's what we're going to really focus on. I think these are the most valuable because it combines words, images, and video. It's kind of like the best of all worlds. So the challenge is how do you create that? Again, we don't want to spend a lot of time learning new technology. We want to make it quick and easy. And again, you may want to do a combination of those. So how do you do that? And as I mentioned, you want to work the magic no matter what you do. So again, based on what you want to accomplish, think about the magic formula. What's the message? Who's your audience? How do you grab their attention? How do you involve their emotion with that want or need? And then what's the call to action at the end? So think about the magic no matter what type of video you decide to try for your business. I'm going to show, I don't know if some of you might have seen this on Instagram. This is something I did using a tool. It was basically to promote this little webinar. And I'm just going to play it for you. Okay, that video is about a minute. It took me about less than 30 minutes to produce, but you can see that the message was a picture's are worth 1,000 words, a video's worth 1,000,000. And I didn't really have to say much more than that because I let the video do the talking for me. I don't know about you, but during that one section where that woman is raising her hands, I always take a deep breath. And the music always moves me. And again, that's what you want, that connection with people to grab their attention in a short period of time with the magic. And that's the tool I'm going to show you a little bit later after we finish the slideshow. So video topics. What do you talk about in your video? We talked about the purpose, but what do you talk about? It can be a tip. So you want to be helpful. Some of the Instagram people may recognize this as some of the things we might want to post on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. You want to be helpful and show your expertise because you are marketing yourself. It can be a how-to, how to do this and be of value. So like for Barbara with the Tupperware, it might be how to save money by using some of your Tupperware products to save you money. Or Jamie, you know, how to draw into whatever medium you might be interested in. It might be something fun or funny. Be entertaining. Video has a great way of going viral because people enjoy it, watching it. So again, how do you make your things interesting? Not just you talking, because sometimes that can be really exciting, but something that you create might be something that people will share. I think Barbara mentioned demos and things that you can send. One of the things you can do with a video is send a link in a follow-up email. Again, explaining your products or services or about some of the things that you do or need. Can be a quote, which can be all of the above. I love quotes. Quotes to me are like the seminars in a little jar. And the people say it so well. I love quotes. So just sharing a quote, and I'll show you another video I did based on that concept. Can be a success story or cautionary tale. Think of a storyboard. You know, when they develop movie concepts, They create storyboards about this is what happens in scene 1, this is what happens in scene 2. So you can create a storyboard of something to kind of explain the benefits of your product, or something that somebody did that was really, really good, or something that somebody did that was not so good. So tell a story, because again, that involves the emotional connection that we want to establish. A video can also have a survey or a question. Ask a question. Get people kind of curious about that. Like, have you ever, or what would you do? And then kind of tell the story. So again, that's another way to engage people that video is really good at doing. Again, with music in the background, it can start to really involve them. And again, you want that call to action. So again, based on the purpose, is this a promotion for something? Is it a demo of something? The what's in it for them? And then once you're done, don't assume they'll know to go to your website or give you a call. Make sure you tell them, so if you're interested, do this. Because that's part of that magic formula, that call to action. Okay, I'm going to do, this was my very first video using this tool I'll share with you. This took me less than 10 minutes. It was my very first one. And it's basically one of my favorite quotes. So that's probably a little 15-second video. And whoops, and this is something that somebody posted on the internet. And you can see where this is less engaging than that short video. Those visuals just really, and the music just really grab you a lot more than just words on a page. So that's the power of video. And again, if you can create this video, because I imagine it would have probably taken me 10 minutes if I was to create a meme like this, to go find the photo, get into my editor, add the words, format it, make it, make the colors contrast or whatever. So if it takes the same amount of time to create something like this as it would a video, wouldn't the video be a little bit more effective use of your time? I'm thinking yes. That's kind of my premise. I'm thinking yes. Okay, so where do you post these videos? The options are endless. So again, you can post it on Google. YouTube is owned by Google, so posting it there gets you some good traction. Actually, videos do very well in Google searches. So if you're demonstrating something, you might want to make sure you tag those with keywords and post it to your channel and just let it out there. As long as it's not private, doesn't matter how many eyeballs see it. You want eyeballs to see your video so they'll know how to contact you. Also, social media, whether you use Facebook, Instagram, or any of the above, getting it out there. Again, expanding your presence on the internet through video. And you want to do this anyway, but again, video seems to be a better way to get people to notice you, remember you, etc. You can embed it in your blog post. So if you are a blogger and you write an article, it's a good idea to post a little video inside that, because again, most of us are better off just watching a 2 to 3 minute video than reading an article. At least I am. I'm lazy. I can't be the only one. You can embed it on your website. So you can actually post that video on a products page or something like that. And again, it just personalizes it, because I know, like with Barbara with Tupperware, it's not about Tupperware, it's about Barbara. You want to brand yourself, and the more you can be in the videos that you have on your website, the more branded you'll become, as opposed to just using something the company sends you. So you can embed your videos on your website or landing page. You can send a link and follow-up emails. I do this a lot to explain some of my products and services. Sometimes they're pretty complex, so I'll either use a slideshow or that whiteboard video, and then I'll send them a link. So I'll have a little bit of text, and I'll say, to learn more, watch this video. That way I don't have to explain it to them. Because you think about this, if you do it once, you don't have to do it again. You can explain a product or service once, record it, and then post it on all these things, and you just saved yourself a ton of time as opposed to explaining it to every single client or every single potential client. Oh, so here's my criteria for any kind of tool, whether it's video or whatever. One, it has to be brand expanding. You need to represent your brand well. So if you've been posting your videos that you're not proud of, it's not going to impress anybody else. I mean, sometimes we're a little bit more critical. I don't want to say that too harshly, but you want to be proud of your videos and excited about them. So you want to find a tool, again, video or otherwise, that's going to help represent you well. By non-techie, I kind of mean user-friendly. I've been in technology for 40 years and I can figure stuff out, but I don't want to spend time trying to figure something out. I want it to be fairly intuitive, and there's a learning curve with anything, but once I figure it out, I want it to be really quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time futzing with it. Is that a techie term? Futzing? Okay, and I want it quick. I don't want it to take too much time. Anything's going to take time, but I don't want it to take hours and hours. 10, 30 minutes is fine, as long as I get to have value with that, because do it once, don't have to do it again. I want it portable. The first tool I tried using, it took me a long time to figure out how to post to Instagram. With the tool I'm going to show you, there's an app. I create the video on my desktop because it's easier. Then I go to my app version and I share it and it's there. Easy, portable. You don't have to do a lot of downloading, uploading, and all that stuff. I want it to be cost effective. Now, there are free versions of everything, but again, you have to do the return on investment. Sometimes it's worth paying for something. Again, if it's going to help your business, generate more business, make you look good, save you time, then it's worth investing a little bit of money, right? But I don't want it to be a whole bunch of money. I want it to be as cost effective as possible. And again, where there's a will, there's a widget. So Kim and I'm actually going to get out of my video here. I think I'm going to I'm going to get out of my video and show you some things. So first of all, Kim Oliver and I have been using a tool called Animoto for several years, and I love Animoto. It's very intuitive to use. And I'm just going to go to my desktop. Just go to here real quick, just show you. So Animoto is been around for a long time. Love it. It was very intuitive to use. It's drag and drop, lots of options. And the thing I will suggest, if you want to do personal videos, like you just want to share a family reunion slideshow, because you can do that, or a anniversary slideshow, or create something personal, I think the personal option is well worth it, because one, it's easy to use. It's $55 a month. You can do it month by month. Let's see what the monthly cost is, $9 a month. So if you just want to do a one-off, and just do maybe a family reunion thing, it's worth the $9 to just create something and be done. However, the business and professional, what that happens is you need to, if you're going to promote your business, and I think most of us are in here to promote our businesses, you need to upgrade. And that gets a little bit more expensive. You'll see even at a year program, it's $400 for the year, $33 per month. You don't have to worry about the Animoto branding. It's commercially licensed. But since most of us, I think, are here to promote our businesses, that's a pretty expensive option. So again, I decided I like Animoto. I'm used to Animoto. I wonder if there's anything else out there. So what I do when I do research is I just Google. I look for reviews. I look for comparisons done by professionals. They often will compare different softwares. Then I'll find maybe the top 3, and then I'll go play with them, and I'll decide on the one that I like the best. And the one that I like the best, the one that I found so far, is called Magisto. Now, all the videos I showed you earlier were done with Magisto, and it took me less than 30 minutes for the longer one and less than 10 for the short one. The thing I like about Magisto is, and just a full disclosure, I do not get any commission from them. I asked. I've been telling a lot of people about this program, but I don't get any commission from this. So this is purely from my own excitement and what I think is valuable about this particular product. So the thing I like best is, one, when you edit a video, let's just create a new video. They give you access to, oh, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of, let's create a new one, of stock imagery. So all those images I used were from the stock imagery. So iStock has all these moments of nature and stuff, so you can actually go to a category and just drag and drop these images of, you know, just anything you can imagine. And what was cool about this, for example, for that video on Videos Worth, I decided kind of lakes were my theme to keep it consistent. So I just typed in the keyword lake. It showed me everything they had. Some of them are 10, 16 minutes. You can trim them once you get it there. But once you want to do that, you just add it to your slideshow. So you can just, and you can delete them later. So you can just kind of pick what you want. You can actually preview it by playing it. So it lets you kind of see what it is. So you can choose from videos, or if you want images, you can go to images. And again, just pick images and add them to your slideshow. Now, the thing I found confusing, which is why I thought Animoto was a little bit more intuitive, you kind of build your gallery first. You don't start editing now. You just kind of add some pictures, kind of like building a photo gallery. And once you're done, let's see, where's the done page? I'm kind of getting confused between. There we go. You can also add from your media. So if you've taken videos of yourself or taken videos of something you're doing, this is not meant for live show and tells. So if you're planning on doing live demos, this might not work. But if you videotape and want to include something that you've done into this, you can, along with all these other pictures. You can, you know, get from your Google Photos and also your Google Drive. So they've made it easy for you to load up this from different places, whether it's your own media or stock library. Once you get there, this is the other interesting thing. This is what they call the style sheets. So again, for those of you who took the Instagram class, find a style that matches your brand style. So there's going to be ones that are going to be a little bit more energetic. And the music may be a little bit more energetic than your style. But they have dozens of these. So you can kind of pick the style that suits you and your brand. And I would suggest, if you're planning on posting a series of videos, maybe finding 2, 3 that kind of fit your style and be consistent, because you want to have this consistent brand. So I don't think you need to just choose one, but if you choose 2 or 3 that kind of suit you, I think that's probably good for branding. And again, they've kind of categorized them by business, or if they're clean or more social. So you can kind of scroll through this, watch the preview, and then just play with it. Because if you sign up for this, I think they give you a 1-week free subscription, so you don't have to commit at this point. Then you get to choose your music. And again, they've kind of broken this down into jazz or uplifting or fun. So you can choose the music that suits the message that you want to send. Once you're all done with that, then you just hit the, oops, I gotta choose something. Let's just choose this. And then once you're done, you choose next. So you just have to answer those 3 questions. Oops. Okay. Am I done now? So now you're done. You can give it a title. So I'm just going to put demo here. This is what I did. I just played with it the first time out. It's taking a little bit to render. So once it renders it, then you can start editing it, and you can start moving pictures around, adding some new stuff. I don't know why they do this first. I'm not sure if there's a way to skip. They kind of give you tips, which is good for learning. You know, this is where the music would have come in handy. And depending on the length, so if you're creating a short 10-second video, this probably won't take too long. If you're creating something longer, what I would recommend maybe is just doing a really short, just grabbing a few of the key images first. And then when you get the editor, add the other ones, because that way you're not waiting this long for it to kind of finish up this first step. And I'll tell you what, the price is less than what we saw with Animoto, so that's the good news. Plus, you get access to all that stock photography. I don't know if you've ever been to iStock or some of these other free stock photography. Let me edit this. They cost, maybe the $1 per image. So you get all of the stock photography in iStock for free. So that to me is almost worth the price of admission just there. And so you'll see in my new editors, now that I've got into this editor mode, I can now move these around. I can add a caption to the image by just clicking that. You can choose whether it's going to go over the image, a subtitle, or I'm going to move you guys around, or no caption. Again, you can add more elements. Let's see here. Oh, there it is on the left. So you can add more footage. Again, you can add from your own media, your own Google Photos. So once you start that base, now you can add more. That's why I don't know why the rendering thing was important, but for their software, I guess it is. And then at the end, you can add that. On the first video, you saw my contact information. So there's an option to add that. So that's pretty cool. One thing I found is, and let's go look at some of theirs. What sold me was their gallery. What sold me is they have this explore section where you can actually go and look to see what other people have done. So the one I looked at, because some of us are doing tutorials, is I wanted to see what that looked like. And this is the one I used for the first video I showed you. Let's do this one. I just wanted to show you the power of this tool. So if you're doing a demo of cooking or art or something, this is a nice little promo. It's not that, and this is actually a how-to. So they're telling you what to do. No words, just pictures. So this may not be something that you sell, might be a good promo for your business. So Stephanie even, demonstrating Norwex, or Yvonne, showing how to redecorate a room. You can see where a video like this is a lot more interesting than maybe just a talking head. And again, very engaging, before and after shots, and end. And so this is using the tutorial theme that they offer, and just adding your own video, adding your own text. And again, the first time might take you a bit, but again, oops, stop it. I don't want to watch you. Okay. Why won't you stop? I'm gonna refresh here. There we go. All right, so I recommend going to that explore section and just watching some of the things that they've done. I don't know why you want to go away. And just watching some of the things they've done based on what they have. And then sign up for the free trial. You get a week and just start playing with it. That's what I did. And I was sold within 2 days. I mean, I was sold probably within the first video, but the more I've seen and the more I've experimented with it, the more I like it. Now, price. Good news. It is $10 a month. So compared to the $33 with Animoto, I really like this. I like the fact that you get iStock with those. So all that, the image gallery with iStock is included now. And check this out. A Vimeo Pro plan is included with this, because I don't know if they're owned by Vimeo or they merged or something, but Vimeo is another video platform that I've used where you can upload videos. So one of the annoying things about YouTube is when you post your video on YouTube, at the end, YouTube will decide what else they want to show that person. And it might be your competition. It might be anything. And you can imagine what that could be. So on Vimeo, you have a little bit more control about what happens at the end of your videos. So if you are posting videos on your website, it looks more professional when you have this kind of control. The fact that they include a $20 monthly value Vimeo Pro plan with your $9 a month, again, is like, okay, you sold me. You had me at iStock, but now you're throwing in the Vimeo Pro plan. Sign me up, Scotty. So again, you see all the things that you could do with this in terms of adding your own logo, text, branding, everything. The other thing for those of you who took the, are taking the Instagram Mastermind is on some of these video styles, you can actually choose colors. So you can choose your 2 primary colors to include, which again, brands you really, really well. So that is the demo. I am going to open this up for questions, and we can actually look at some other things if you want. So let me stop sharing my screen so I can actually see all again. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts? Wows? Raise your hand or unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself if you want.
Hi, this is Janelle. I saw both of those videos and didn't know they were yours.
Okay.
I saw both of them and I was like impressed. I thought,
okay.
oh, this is kind of cool. Because I didn't know your new brand, and I guess I don't know why I didn't see that last slide that has your contact. Was that not in it?
Yeah. Well, so I've been, as Jamie noticed, I've been changing my handle on Instagram. I think I've landed on it.
Oh, good.
We'll talk more on Friday. But yeah, but you'll remember those, right? It's something that you'll.
No, I totally, when I saw them, I thought, oh my gosh, I saw those on Instagram and I thought they were cool, but I didn't know who they belonged. I mean, I didn't know they were yours. So branding your name is important because I didn't know.
Yeah. So the very first one I did not brand it. The second one I was promoting the video program, I did add that. But again, that's a setting you do. So when you're creating your video, you just need to say what you want to have at the end. And I believe for every video it can be different. It doesn't have to be always the same call to action, which is what I liked. It was easy to do. Whereas with some video editors, it takes a while. Oh, before I forget to tell you, and I don't know the technical term for this. So if you've ever watched a talking head kind of explaining something and it transitioned to something else, like a demo with the same voiceover, there's a way to do that in this program. And again, that will probably take a learning curve, but that I thought was cool because I showed it to Bill, who has been creating videos for some of our clients. Doing that with, you know, some of the Microsoft software is very time consuming and tedious. This makes it pretty simple. So that's the good news. We can explore and play with that too. Any other thoughts or comments?
I really liked it. It seemed very simple, like even I could do it. And so I'm excited to go in and look at it and explore. And is your Instagram Friday class closed?
Yeah, we're pretty full. I think Renee may be leaving, but let's talk afterwards, Stephanie. We have to talk about Facebook anyway, so let's talk. Any other, Barbara, you unmuted.
Yes, I had a question because someone asked, how did you get your brand up on those pictures?
That's just part of the Magisto. So that little brand, so in one you saw my headshot, in the other you saw my logo.
Right.
Again, you get to choose that. And you can turn it on or off, depending. Okay. But I think that was cool because that was very easy to do. It was just turning something on and off. And the other thing is, again, the call to action at the end is there's a setting you can change when you create the video or finalize the video that lets you make that change. And if some of you want to stick around, I could actually show you where those are. But it was pretty easy to find.
Oh, okay.
And there's good tutorials. One of the things also, somebody was asking me about customer service. Like a lot of these high-tech companies, especially now, because we're all kind of leaning into technology, they're not picking up the phone. But I sent 2 email questions to somebody at Magisto, and he responded within 24 hours. So, yeah, pretty impressive as far as response time.
Right, okay.
Any other questions or comments?
It seemed like it was a little bit dark, like everything, all the pictures, everything seemed really dark. Is it just happened to be that? Are there lighter pictures that
You know,
are brighter?
I'm not sure if there's like overlays and stuff. I haven't played with that yet.
Okay.
But they are stock photography. It might just be the screen share thing. So again, what I would recommend is just, you know, signing up for your free account, playing with it a little bit and see what you can find.
Awesome. Thanks.
Anybody else? Okay, so I know some of you, I don't see your video anymore, but raise your hand if you plan to sign up for a video and play with it, an account. I've already got mine. And just so you know, I don't know if some of you have, good. Some of you have the iStock, not the iStock, the Vimeo account. So the line item is, the Vimeo account is free if you don't already have a Vimeo account. If you already have a Vimeo account, just sign up under another email. That's what I'm gonna do. I haven't used Vimeo for a couple of years, but I still might have, they might have left that account active. So I'm just gonna make sure I use a different email.
I have that app and I am signed up, but like you, I haven't used it in forever.
Yeah.
So I'll sign up.
Yeah, good.
Can you tell me what the difference is between YouTube and Vimeo? I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so let me go to the Vimeo website, do a screen share. So Vimeo is just another option. So it's gotten better because used to be, believe it or not, used to be in the day, back in the 1900s, when I was doing programming, computer space was valuable. You remember the Y2K thing? The reason Y2K happened because storage on computers was so expensive that you had to leave out the 19. You just had to assume the last 2 digits of the year to save those little 2 digits. That was the whole purpose. And so the problem was when 2000 was coming, all these old computer programs were going, okay, now we can't assume it's 19. What do we do? So the whole Y2K thing was to fix that old technology to adapt to 4 digits. So now, you know, bandwidth and storage space is becoming less important, but videos still take up a lot of space. They're pretty huge files. So a lot of software programs won't allow you to upload all your videos onto their software platforms, or you have to pay extra. So Vimeo is a video storage company, been around for a long time. So YouTube lets you put stuff on their website for free because basically they own it now. That's the thing. You can't really control what happens after your video gets played. YouTube says, now I can send people who watch your video to anywhere I want. So that's the trade-off. So Vimeo, let me see if I can do a share screen again. Share screen. So for clients, I have several clients, I used to use it myself a lot, was to control what happens with their videos after we post them. It gives you that flexibility of managing it. And again, you have to pay. They have a free version. But for the paid version, you have a lot more flexibility. So I'll send you the link because I asked the guy, that was one of my questions at Magisto, is how do I get my free account? And so he sent me a link and I'll send that to you about how to sign up for a new Vimeo account with Magisto. What I've seen is the videos I created on Magisto are stored on Magisto. But if for whatever reason you decide to discontinue that, you can download it, again, to upload it to YouTube or keep it on your computer or upload it to Vimeo. So you're not tied to a Magisto forever in order to keep your videos. But you'll see here on Vimeo, they have different options here. Yeah, so see this Pro, which is what they're giving you for free. They actually have a video creation tool, which I haven't really used much of, but I'm going to play with that again. Review and improve. So they're including that up to a terabyte of storage, which is a lot, even for video. You might have to upgrade, but again, that's up to you, but they're giving you this for free. Okay. Let's see, any other questions or comments? Stop my share again. Nobody? Okay, I think most everybody, hopefully you're excited. I'm excited because again, this tool has made it easy to create videos that will help brand you, help demonstrate your expertise, help get your name out there, be remembered, and all that magic stuff that we all want. So I am looking forward to the next widget webinar. I haven't quite decided what it's going to be, but it'll be something cool. So my purpose for these are to really save you some time in researching, get you excited about things that I found, and then help you develop your business on the World Wide Web. So unless anybody has any closing thoughts, we will end this video. I'm going to stop this meeting. Oh, before I forget, let me stop the recording real quick. Before you leave, I have a request for some of you. Let's see here. Where's my recording button? Stop. Well, here we go.